Lee joining us now to cover the market. I want to start with oil. It seems like oil is driving this market down. What say you?
Well, Stuart, if you look at the odds for a ceasefire on poly market, the ceasefire within 30 days, I believe, has fallen to about 20% odds. And so I don't want people to think that poly market is the end all be all, but what it does is it's a hard money reflection of what people are thinking in the moment. And so it can help you make sense of a lot of other things going on. So if this is a longer conflict, if there are more disruptions to the oil supply chain, that's going to increase the price of everything, slow down global commerce, and thus causing a short-term hit to markets.
But we know you as the guy who follows Nvidia very, very closely, and of course CoreWeave. Won't both of those stocks be swept down if you've got an ongoing problem with overall the stock market?
Yeah, look, these are high beta names, and there are some problems in the private credit market that I don't know that they're necessarily related to artificial intelligence or even software for that matter. There's some bad loans. There's some bad loans surfacing out there causing some credit problems. And given that CoreWeave uses quite a bit of leverage, that puts some pressure on their stock price. But it's important for investors to realize that CoreWeave is borrowing money to build data centers that are already contracted out to the best credits in the world. So it's like building a warehouse for Amazon when Amazon has already rented it from you. But the rent rates on these are between 30 and 40% of the total project value on an annual basis versus 10 to 12%. So it's a very lucrative business, just kind of hard for investors to get their arms around.
Do you buy the narrative that Anthropic's Claude will take out software companies?
I'm sure they'll take out some smaller ones on the periphery, but there was a big narrative that it was going to take out a company like Salesforce, Salesforce.com. Just a couple weeks ago, Anthropic had a job posting for a Salesforce administrator, meaning for Anthropic to sell more of their product to companies and governments, they're using Salesforce as the software and was hiring somebody to help run it in their company. So if this is a company that's going to take out Salesforce, why are they running it internally and hiring people to operate it? So, maybe there's some disruption down the road, but this entire sell-off due to Claude's, Anthropic's Claude chatbot writing software code is way overdone in my estimation. And so, you're setting up a situation here where there could be a massive short squeeze for a lot of these software names to recover.
We shall see. All right, Mike Lee, thanks for joining us. Always appreciate it. See you again soon.
Thanks, Stuart.
This tax